pub crawl is essentially a very extroverted thing, wouldn't you say? If you want to create pub crawl, you must be able to like tour guide everybody, so engage everybody, make sure that they are very like comfortable.
Yes, so you want to break the ice.
Yeah.
You help people to break the ice. People are only awkward when they are not used to a certain setting. But in this case, they all want to go out and see the night,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And they also want to meet new people.
Yeah.
And this is the easiest way because I don't have to wait at the bar, see a person, get some liquid courage before I make a move. By the time I make the move, I may be too tipsy to make a move or to sound coherent, right?
Yeah.
So this is very social. So what we do is we make sure that we break the ice. We introduce each other to the different people, and then we start the night by playing games, by telling them fun facts about Singapore, and then we bring them. So once you keep on going to different places in the same night, you become familiar with the person. Suddenly, strangers become friends because in one night I've seen you at 4 different places, for example. See, I've seen you quite often.
How big is the group?
Minimum 10 packs. We can go up to 50 packs.
Well, damn. I think I read somewhere, right, that only 20% of your attendees of pub crawl are local. Safe to say that every single time you introduce a group of people to a club, right, they probably go back already. Then the next group is a different group, right?
Yes.
So that is also a challenge when we are trying to support nightlife, right? Because I think the goal of pub crawl is to do what you love, number one, and secondly, also support nightlife. Okay, you're bringing them all these one-time customers, right? But it's also hard to make them returning customers because they'll be back home in their home country already, right?
Sure. 80% of the demographics are expats and tourists for sure. 20% are the locals, and I want the locals to come out more.
That's the whole goal, right?
Well, yeah. So that's what we're trying to do from the very beginning to get the word out to the locals, right? They do go out on the bigger events like St. Patrick's Day, 4th of July, Cinco de Mayo, Halloween. But we want them to come out more regularly. I think for that to happen, you need to get them to experience the pub crawl. If you never experience, you will never know. You think you know, but you'll never get the full experience of meeting a new person or having conversations. Now Singaporeans are also very shy. They don't want to talk to people who are not Asian. You get what I'm saying?
I think Singaporeans don't even want to talk to each other as well.
It's true,
In a lift, everybody just keep quiet.
That is true. That is so true. Yeah. So I think we would need to be more open in that sense, have a more open mindset. And Singaporeans, they think they know everything. Go pub crawl for what? I know where to drink what. But yeah, you know where to drink. You know Boat Quay is where to drink, but you know where to go or not? You come to Boat Quay, then you'll blur. Got so many places to go. Where do I start? Where do I end? So a pub crawl gives you the kind of itinerary. And maybe you discover new place you never go before.